come closer. Where's Bernie playing with makeup? Who's just Bernie? Let's talk. Hi peoples, welcome to my channel, Just Bernie. My name is Bernadette. All my friends and subscribers call me Bernie. So if you are not yet a subscriber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the notification bell, that way you will be notified of all the new videos I have coming. For all the returning Bernie babes, welcome back and thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate you. For the Bernie babes in the making, you know, you're the ones, you come over, you kiki with us. We love you. However, we would love you even more if you went ahead and hit the big red subscribe button right there and become an official member of our family. Don't think about it, just go ahead and hit it. One big perk of becoming an official member of the family, you will be able to turn your notification bell on. Set it to all, that way you won't miss any new uploads. Alright guys, so we have some things we need to address. I do hope you guys are all doing well. This video is gonna be my first video of 2023. So I hope your new year is off to a wonderful start. I know you guys have over the last couple of videos heard me announce the name of the channel as Just Bernie. And we need to address something else before we get into that. The filming space looks a little bit different. This is temporary. We are finally going to finish off the filming studio, so we just decided to make a temporary filming space whilst that is taking place. When that is done, I will give you guys a tour of the studio. Keep in mind, my studio is not my beauty room. It's not going to be a tour of my beauty room. Today's video, I'm going to try to keep it a short get ready with me style video. Looking at it, I don't have any new products that I'm going to be using. If you're interested in what I'm using, just check the description bar and I'll have everything listed there. So let's just jump into it. I've already done my skincare routine. This is your daily weekly reminder that SPF is part of the skincare routine and you should not be skipping out on it. This is one of my favorite SPF. It is a bit pricey. This one here is from Lancome. Lancome has discontinued it. I was able to top up before they completely got rid of it. But this one here is the Lancome Visionaire Broad Spectrum SPF 20. The purpose of this reminder is not to tell you which SPF you should be using. It's just to remind you that SPF is a part of the skincare process and we shouldn't be skipping on it regardless of the color of our skin. I've really been enjoying this cream from Charlotte. It's not a primer, but it creates a good base for foundation and it's also like really hydrating. So with my skin being dry, I have really been enjoying using it before I put makeup on. I started to say we are working on finally completing my studio space. We have already made some upgrades to the equipment. You guys can see the upgrades. I'm using a different lens. Now full disclosure, we didn't just purchase this lens. I've had this lens since 2020, I think. I thought I didn't like the way it looked. I thought something was wrong with it and I never used it. I recently inquired and I found out that the lens I already owned was the best lens for this. One last thing I want to address. My skin is a little bit lighter and it's not just because of it being the winter. I told you guys in a last video, I think, that I have fluids around my heart and we now believe the medication I'm taking has lightened my skin up a little bit. You guys are wondering, why am I running on with all of this? You're more interested in hearing what happened to Bernie playing with makeup and where did Just Bernie come from and who is she? How is she going to change or not change content here on this channel that most of you guys have supported for 4 years now? I think you guys have been supporting my channel. I just made a mess. As I said, I have to move everything out of the studio and things aren't secure. I'm gonna put about a pump of this foundation here from Coast. This is a hydrating foundation and so is the one I'm using from Givenchy. Now the first question everyone has on their minds is, why did I change the name of the channel from Bernie Playing with Makeup to Just Bernie? To answer that question, we have to go back to when I first decided I wanted to create content on YouTube and now on social media. When I first started off a few years ago, I didn't know anything about makeup. I was literally just playing with makeup. So the reason why I didn't wear makeup is I didn't like the way that makeup looked. I am in school currently pursuing my PhD. I guess I was spending a lot of time on the internet and on YouTube. I don't know if I was researching something or why I was on YouTube so much, because prior to this, I didn't go on YouTube that much. The most I've been on YouTube was if I had my grand niece and nephews, and they would have to tell me how to work the app. And even though I was watching videos more about American politics, I'm a huge fan of American politics. 12, before I got sick, I was enrolled in school trying to get my master's degree in political science. I was hoping to change over my career and work as a pundit maybe in the United States. After I got sick, I dropped out and I haven't gone back to that. I'm addicted to school, but I'm currently in school, and my husband is like, after this, I'm not trying to hear anything about you and school. So as I was living in Nassau and not having as much of a client workload, I was going on YouTube. I don't know what I was going on YouTube for. It had to be some research thing or looking for some news story about American politics. And YouTube decided to start recommending all these beauty videos to me. And I remember like the first content creator I started to watch, her name was Petite Sue. She's a Jamaican YouTuber. And I remember just falling in love with makeup just from watching Petite Sue's videos. And I would sit down and watch her videos all day. And obviously if you're watching any type of content you're watching, the algorithm is gonna keep recommending that same type of content to you. Once I got a good feel that makeup wasn't the problem, it was the way it was being applied, I fell in love with makeup. So I started ordering makeup. I'm a very visual person. When it comes down to anything creative, I'm very visual. I can catch it, but I need to be able to, in the beginning, I need to be able to verbatim follow the steps of the tutorial I'm watching. And that for me includes having the exact same products. Now, not knowing anything about makeup, I found myself having a difficulty getting the right shades because I'm watching a content creator who is light skinned and I'm dark skinned. I decided I need to go and find a dark skinned content creator if I'm gonna be able to actually understand and learn how to apply makeup. That is when I found Jackie Ina's channel. Jackie Ina and I, our skin color and undertone is very, very similar. We wear the same shades in a lot of foundations. Finding her, I then was able to know what shades I wanted, exactly what shades what she was using, exactly what the shade was. So a lot of work was taken out from me, and that is how I began to wear makeup. The more I played with makeup, the more I liked it. But I also knew I didn't know what I was doing. I was just playing with makeup. So I decided, why not create a YouTube channel and document my journey playing with makeup? See if this is something I'll be able to conquer. Honestly, most goals I've set for myself, even with me being sick, I've received some, if not total success. My channel was me saying, document this process, right? Because all the other times you went through your journey to meeting a goal, that's not documented. So this is a great opportunity for you to document this. I had to find a name for my channel. Now I'm watching all these people, especially Jackie. She is doing tutorials. Back then tutorials was still very much, you know, the norm on YouTube. I'm like, okay, you're playing with makeup, combine your name with that. That's how Bernie Playing with Makeup was born. When I started my YouTube channel, I still didn't know much about makeup. I didn't know what an undertone was. Normally, I always had like at least a bottle of foundation and some kind of pressed powder that I would use on rare occasions if I felt like putting makeup on. That would be my definition of putting makeup on, with whatever foundation it was I currently had and putting some powder on it. I always knew it didn't look right, like how my skin looks now. I knew enough to know that my skin looks too dewy. Putting some powder on top of it is going to bring some of that, what I then call shine down. It was never a loose setting powder. If I would go to pick up a new bottle of foundation, I would always be asked what's my shade, and I'm like, I don't know. They would just swatch right here and then that's my shade. Now, I of course didn't know that that was not the proper way of swatching foundations to determine your shade. They never asked me what my undertone was. So the first time I heard undertone, I was like, what does that mean? And then I looked it up. Hooded lids. I only realized that I had hooded lids once I started trying to create eye looks and it wasn't coming out right. And I remember literally like putting in the search engine, I think I said something like, can't see eyeshadow when I open my eyes. And then a list of all of the different eye types came up. I clicked on some of the images and I looked at one of them and I was like, oh, I have hooded lids. That's how I found out I had hooded lids. That's how I found out what my undertone was. And that's how I began my channel. In the very beginning, if you go back to my earliest videos, I did very beginner friendly makeup tutorials. That was me showing what I had learned, and another goal of the channel was maybe you can help someone else. I would always refer to my fellow newbies, speaking to those of us that may have just gotten into makeup and don't know what we're doing. Whatever tips and tricks I learned, I wanted to be able to share that. My beginner friendly video series was extremely beginner friendly. Those are still available on the channel. I will link the playlist up here, so if you're interested in watching them, please go ahead and take a look at them. I was fresh, brand new. I want to say around late 2020 I stopped doing tutorials, and all I did was complexion product reviews, mainly foundation reviews. Along the way, I was still learning how to get my makeup to look the way I wanted to look, the way that I'm comfortable with it. Last year, I started toying around with the idea of changing the name of the channel because I don't feel like I was playing with makeup. I was doing reviews. I was doing reviews that were consistent with reviews of a lot of our faves. I kind of felt like the entire time you've been here, all you've done is shown one side of you. But Bernadette is multifaceted. I am an accountant. I own my own business. I am in school working on a PhD. I want to be able to incorporate all parts of me into my YouTube channel. Bernie Playing with Makeup is very specific. I went with just Bernie because I want to showcase more of Bernie, peel back the curtain a little bit and let you guys get to see me, just me. So I think you guys may be interested in a little bit of lifestyle vlogging. I was able to get Eddie to agree with some lifestyle vlogging with a lot of caveats, but I'll show you as much as possible. You will be able to come into the doctor. Some doctors will let you in the room and then some won't, but you'll see what life is like for someone who is dealing with 3 chronic illnesses. We are praying that the issue with the fluids around my heart does not become chronic and that don't become a part of me, because I have enough. Lord knows I have enough. There's also going to be things that I believe you guys are going to find interesting. So I'm currently working, I've already begun filming a series for next month, for Black History Month. I have a 4-part series that I've been working on. I've been doing all kind of research, which is part responsible for why I'm just now filming and about to upload my first video of the year. I've been like really engrossed in researching for this project, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm looking forward to uploading it for you guys so you guys can have an opportunity to see exactly what that is all about. I'm gonna leave you guys right here, in part because I'm having issues with the lighting and the camera. I'll leave you guys right here and come back and show you what denim this looks like, and also talk to you a little bit more about what you can expect from Just Bernie.
3 hours later.
So it was like 50 hours later. I think it was like, what, 2 o'clock when I started? And I had popped off to finish off my face because I was having problems with my lighting. Now, what you guys can see bouncing off of the window is the ring light. There isn't much I can do with that. Aesthetically, it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing with the blinds closed. I feel like Bernie Playing with Makeup served her purpose. I didn't know anything about makeup. Now I can actually do a full face of makeup. I get compliments on my makeup. I am feeling bold enough that I have look like sapphire blue eyeshadow for my inner tear dark. You guys know when I first started, putting on eyeshadow was not something I was very comfortable with, so I just didn't do it. I've shared with you guys already that I'm in makeup school. My bio currently says that I'm not a makeup artist or a beauty guru. I'm just someone who loves makeup. At this point, I've already completed all of the theory portion of my program, and I just need to start submitting my assignments, at which time I'll graduate and officially become a makeup artist. Now, will I be working as a makeup artist? I doubt it. I'm lazy, and I think manual labor has killed a couple people that I know, and I much more prefer administrative work. I mean, honestly, if this is always how it's been, but I could say physically I can't do manual labor. Physically, I can barely do the type of work that I'm doing now, which a lot of times I'm doing from my bed. Actually becoming a makeup artist and working from the comfort of my bed. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think my customers are gonna come back. It came as an opportunity last year for me as part of a brand partnership, the opportunity to become a makeup artist. I don't know if they was expecting me to actually do the program, but they clearly don't know me because, as I said before, I am addicted to being in school. Like most people who know me, they know it's a given. I'm in school doing something. Now, Eddie, as I said before, has already said, when your PhD is finished, I'm not trying to hear nothing about tuition, nothing. And so I don't see me, unless I end up finishing, we're gonna keep this little secret from him, I may end up finishing off my master's degree in political science, just to finish it off, and also to give me that option if I do decide to change my career, to give me that option of, you know, working as a political pundit. Over 40, I'm gonna be sharing my exact age with you guys sometime before I die. Beauty content is very specific. Your face is the brand. I've had pimples and been uncomfortable with pimples. I have issues with Crohn's outside of the mouth, on the lips, and I can't film. There have been things that has got me preparing for being a content creator. If I'm showing my face is not the primary focus of my content. Right now, Luxury Beauty Review with Bernie is not going anywhere. Reviewing foundations, complexion products that I may be interested in, or that you guys may ask me to, I may do those reviews. This means it's Just Bernie is not just beauty makeup content. You're going to be seeing a lot too, the behind the scenes of what it takes to be a content creator whilst experiencing all of the health challenges that I live with every single day. Sometimes at the end of the day, I'm amazed that I was able to accomplish as much as I did. I'm gonna get to see a little bit of what you haven't been seeing. The more frequently you're doing it, you start to perfect the craft. You start to know what you like on your own face. And in my case, I've also been applying a lot of what I've been learning in school into my own makeup routine. But after a while, it does get a little bit boring. 2022 was the year of foundations. If you look on my channel, I think every single video I uploaded was foundation reviews. I tried to break it up and review foundations that weren't launched last year and add and just do some content, especially with Luxury Beauty Review. Most of the foundation reviews that I did were foundations that had already been around. I did find myself reviewing a lot of the foundations that everyone was talking about. This light is still playing with me. And as I said earlier, I know I can say that from the beginning of what my channel was, my channel evolved to where all I was doing was makeup complexion reviews. That's all I was doing. It's like right now, with about 80%, it's more than 80% of the content on my channel is just me reviewing complexion products. and also the type of content that I want to be able to film. I will be able to film them even when I'm not feeling well. You guys have been amazing. Like, Bernie babes have been amazing in terms of supporting me, supporting my content, especially after I shared my life with Crohn's disease and IC and all of the other things that's going on with me. You guys are always super supportive. My last video during the premiere, I wasn't feeling well and asked my sister, as I normally do. She is a moderator. When I'm not feeling well, I know I can ask her to be in the premiere for me today and just let them know I'm not feeling well. And once she does that, you know, you want to make sure I'm okay. You dialoguing with her. Some of you guys have taken to calling her Bernie's sister. Her name is Shakita Keita for short. She's creating content over on TikTok, and I'm really proud of her for doing that. I know she got the courage to be able to do that just from seeing me create content and it be well received. Because listen, make no mistake, most people in my life, when I said that I was going to be creating content on YouTube, before they even knew what type of content I was creating, everyone was like looking at me like, really? Like, what do you know about YouTube? And I knew absolutely nothing about YouTube. I learned how to film, edit. I learned the entire thing myself. I'm 100% self-taught when it comes down to the work I've done on YouTube in the past few years. And I think that her seeing that has inspired her. I told you guys that I have already been working on a docuseries type content for next month. It has been exhausting, but in a good way, with researching for it. First of all, coming up with that series, and I've already started filming and editing, so being able to do that was confirmation for me that I can transition from being entirely a beauty content creator and move over into another lane. You guys have noticed that I've started a second channel here on YouTube, and the name of that channel is Shorts with Just Bernie. Vertical content is really changing the landscape of how people view content. Instead of having my vertical content on my main channel, there will be some there, but for fresh new content, you would have to go over to Shorts with Just Bernie. That is where you're going to find more beauty content. You're gonna find like rapid reviews. You'll see swatches, comparisons, and anything that is beauty related. That is where you're going to be able to find a lot more of it. I see a lot of you guys have already gone over and have subscribed to Shorts with Just Bernie. I am going to put a link in the description bar. Make sure if you are not yet subscribed to Shorts with Just Bernie that you go ahead and subscribe. My goal is to grow that channel the same way I grew this channel, which is one subscriber at a time, working hard to gain enough confidence that they became invested in my content and invested to where they felt like, I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna subscribe, I'm going to comment, I'm going to like, and I'm gonna keep coming back. That is the plan for Shorts with Just Bernie. My goal for this next year is to focus on not just putting content out, but also focus on the quality of my content. I feel like I have taken my ability to doing makeup to the next level. The next thing I need to do is take the quality of my content up. That is like one of the critiques I hear a lot. I hope you are excited once you start to see the different types of content that Just Bernie is bringing to you. I know lifestyle content, vlogging, you guys are gonna like those, but I have more passion beyond beauty. I have always been into looking beautiful, and I have, you know, gotten to the point to where I feel like I'm confident in my makeup game. I'm confident in giving people tips on how to apply their makeup. Lord knows they're always asking. People confuse me being a content creator as someone who either sells makeup or who does makeup, or makeup artist. I'm going to be a makeup artist, you know, technically, but am I going to be, as I said, actually am I actually going to be a working makeup artist? Eddie would look at me like I done lost my mind, and no way, no ma'am, we're not doing that.
One eternity later.
I have just finished this somewhat chaotic get ready with me. I do love the way the makeup turned out. Everything I'm wearing will be listed in the description bar. If you have not yet done so, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. That does help me here on YouTube. And if you're not yet a Bernie babe, like, come on, what are you waiting on? Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. That way you will be notified of all of the amazing content I have already filmed. That's it. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I look forward to your continual support as we officially begin this new chapter, Just Bernie. Until next time, guys, please be safe. Bye.
Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired.